which is sad and unfortunate, and very likely could have been solved through a Skype phone call, which to this date has not happened. Well, that Skype call finally happened, and I guess really shouldn't have been to my surprise, but it was because I really thought the whole thing was over. Happy to report that the beef squashed. And I'm also happy to report that my gut feeling on this whole situation, where I thought Joe's sort of issue with confrontation was the reason that he let Dave go, because he knew Tazovich was coming back. I'm absolutely feel totally comfortable with the fact that I don't think that was the case. I think it was just the timing was bad. And I'm also I'm glad that Tazovich is back on the Joe Cronin thing. I'm huge. All of us had a talk. Jesse, Dave, me, Tazovich, and of course Joe Cronin, really the leader of this whole thing. And we do have to be thankful for him. We got it in, and I think I understand where Joe's coming from a little more, and I don't think he's doing something horrible, which is probably the most important thing. And I really got to hear him, and there was misinformation, but I don't think after hearing Joe, I think the misinformation was not necessarily a lie or deliberate like I proposed it. It was misinformation. It was just that's the way he saw it. And after we were actually able to talk, we saw each other's side, and then we realized this whole thing was stupid, and it was really not a big deal. But Joe did take responsibility for the fact that he didn't call anybody. And we didn't talk to anybody. And I have been absent because of school and other responsibilities, and I haven't been broadcasting enough. So all this had to happen from the very beginning. All that had to happen was a phone conversation, and it would never have rose to this level. And now I don't have to make a 20-minute video documenting a timeline that is going to bore the pants of you, that will probably make me feel like, hey, guess what, I'm right. But it's going to bore the brains off you. I also want to make it clear that my decision to potentially make this video was not based on some sort of army buddy I'm sticking up for Dave because he's army or something, or he lives here in Germany. I stuck up for Dave, if you want to call it that. I don't even like the sticking up phrase, because I thought it was the right thing to do. I thought he was unfairly thrown under the bus, and I had to stick up for him. I had to say, no, this is wrong. I had to say, look, if you're going to treat him like that, you may treat me like that, and that's a no-go. Joe could have called us anytime. He didn't, but you know what? Everybody makes mistakes, and that call happened. And it's all water under the bridge. And I didn't honestly think that I would ever get Dave back on the same page because he was so angry, and rightfully angry. But I think we know where the problem sort of where each one of our problems created the situation. I think everybody's hyper aware of it. I'm glad there wasn't. My biggest fear was Dave was getting the shaft because Tazovich was coming back. I also have something else to report. The conversation went so well that nobody could really not think that this could be a powerful group to work together, and that's including Tazovich when he's coming back to the channel. No one really thought that this is, wow, like we really shouldn't break up because this is good. When they had all five of us in the room, it was like the greatest episode of Monetize This ever. And that's incredible. And that's great. So that's all done. Their shit's ironed out. I also realized that Joe did sort of have a legitimate beef with one particular issue, as far as like what last Saturday with the Hall of Fame or stuff like that. And but even that was like a miscommunication. Here's what we learned. We need to communicate more. Here's what we learned. Just because you don't hear from somebody doesn't mean they hate you and they are abandoning you. Here's what we learned. Nip this shit in the bud before it gets out of control. Here's what we learned. Let's not air all our dirty laundry in public. Only the stuff that's entertaining. Because, again, I can't stress enough this was not a work. I won't be a part of a work like this where people get hurt. If you still think it's a work, you're stupid. You're stupid. It's not a work. And I think going forward, the network of all of us is going to get ridiculously strong. And I think you're going to see some incredible growth. With all the channels. And that was close. I feel so relieved. I don't have to make that fucking video. That was close. Holy shit. You know, it got ugly. Oh. For the guys who say Cronin built your channels, you know, you guys should be a little more thankful. Well, here's the fucking truth, asshole. You're right. We are very thankful, and we are very loyal. And that was the thing that probably bothered me the most. That there was like a sort of this lack of loyalty going on to the guy who me and Dave both admit we built his channel on the backs of it. He doesn't even like hearing that, Cronin, but it's the truth. And I have no problem with that. And to let you, to even drive closer to home that this isn't a work. If it doesn't do me any good to stick up for Dave. From a strict YouTube standpoint, I should go with the guy with more subs. But I did this because I thought what was happening was wrong. And I thought it was happening by somebody who was unapologetic about it and telling us something different offline. Which is all true. But we are empathetic people. And everybody knows that Dave is fucked up, Joe's fucked up, I'm fucked up, Jesse's fucked up. And Tazovich is really fucked up too. But we're not quite sure what he has because he's a really high IQ. But he's probably more fucked up than all of us. He just hides it better. Which is amazing to me. But we can still make this work, and we have to do it through communication. Again, I know I'm rambling, but I don't care. It's not a work. We worked it out. The group's staying together going forward. I think Dave is going to be a part, I don't know to what capacity, of future shows. He's still a part of the Joe Cronin family. He's going to be on the channel. I will probably be appearing on the channel more often if I can. Because I have different circumstances than those guys. And the most important announcement. Tonight, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, in the crease with Tommy C. Now and for the rest of the week until Shot for the Point Live Sunday. We're back up. We're back up. God, I am glad this is over. I did not want to make that goddamn video, and I was going to. I think it was the funniest thing of the whole evening was when Cronin made it the Miss Elizabeth Ric Flair video, the big reveal. But I was going to go timeline bastard on this ass. And, you know, for those of you are saying, like, well, if it's true that he lied, then why are you just, like, forgiving him? And I'll tell you why. Because we all make mistakes. Including me. And I'm a big if you flat out, if I believe that you believe when you come clean, and I sort of buy your excuse, which is what happened, then I think when you say you're sorry, all sins are forgiven. And you mean it. And I know he means it. And I know I got a better idea what the situation was, so I don't have to make this stupid fucking video. God damn, it's great. And I would make that video if I thought it'd protect Dave, because Dave, really, I got to be honest with you, the guy who got hurt the most in this is Dave. And he lost the most subs over it, but it seems to have come. It's all balancing itself out. And I think the fans needed to hear some truth, and we could have avoided this whole fucking thing if we just got a Skype call. But people got their pride all wrapped up. I'm guilty of that. I probably should have intervened sooner instead of waiting. Like I mean, it was like a fucking nuclear war, and I was going to push a nuclear button. I mean, it's just stupid. It's stupid. The whole thing was stupid. But show's back up. I have a feeling there's episodes of Monetize This in the works. I'm not making any promises on that, because time schedules is different on that, which would be huge. Be fucking huge. And the band's back together. And we got rid of Yoko Ono. So it's going to be better. And one more thing. For all you people that wanted to see us all self-destruct and fight for your own personal entertainment, fuck you. Fuck you in the ear and fuck you in the asshole too. That's all I got to say about that. But for all of you that are kind of relieved that this whole thing got worked out, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's because of this man right here. It's because Jesse J. Jesse listened to both sides, and he had absolutely nothing to gain because he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's not like me and Dave and Joe. They're attention horse. He did it out of friendship and out of because he cared, and it wasn't motivated by things like money. And he listened to both sides and tried to get everybody talk, even when it seemed like it was past the point of repair. So if anybody's actually happy that we're all together instead of just like, oh, fuck, that's the man to thank. Because he made all the right moves in the worst of circumstances. The worst of, it's just, honestly, I think he actually did the impossible. And I can't thank him enough for that. And I think all you should know about that. So, see you tonight in the crease, Tommy C, 10:30 Central European, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time.